The real character, John Wilson!
I started working out, and I was making jokes about that, and then I told my wife, I said, if I lose a lot of weight, I'm not going to be able to do these jokes about being a big guy anymore. And she said to me, true story, she said to me, John, you can lose a lot of weight and still be really fat. And I said, why are you with me? And she said, because you make me laugh. I was like, oh, that's good. I mean, I was kind of hoping there would be something else, but I'll take that. But we love each other. It's a good marriage. It's a funny marriage. It's a marriage based on comedy, I think. Yeah, and she never gets jealous. Like, there was a show, and this girl came up to me after the show and kissed me, and I went home and I told my wife right away what had happened. I said, she kissed me, and she started laughing. She goes, that's hilarious. And I was like, well, but, I mean, like, you're a little bit upset, right? And she's like, no, it's just hilarious. Hey, guys. Okay. When I first started doing comedy, my wife used to watch me all the time, and she said to me, John, when you first get on stage, you need to smile more at the audience, because that will help them feel more comfortable with you. So... Do you guys feel better? That's great. Are you nervous? Because any of you guys could be on TV tonight. Any one of you guys. That would make me nervous if I was sitting where you are, because I have an anxiety disorder. Yeah, that's true. I think that I should start my set with that, so you know anything might happen. Get ready. I was going to my doctor, and I had all these problems with my stomach, and she did a bunch of tests on me, and she said, John, your problem is all in your head. There's nothing wrong with you physically. I was like, oh, well, that's good news, because I thought I was overweight. But I was thinking, maybe I should go on a diet, but it turns out those are crazy thoughts. I spend a lot of time in my doctor's office, and I was there the other day. She did some blood work on me, and she said, it looks pretty good, but you know what? You're a little low on potassium, so you might want to eat a banana. I was like, well, I haven't had a banana in 8 years. Like, that's just now getting low? So I decided to delete my Facebook account. And all of my friends assumed that I killed myself. I got all these text messages, and the one that disturbed me the most was, hey man, are you okay? Everybody's saying you finally did it. Like, I was like, did my friends have a Deadpool going for me? What? That's not weird. I have a therapist. Oh. You guys are sitting there and you're like, I hope that this guy is getting some professional help. Yep, I am. I have to talk to him about all the things that I'm afraid of. I used to think that my worst fear was a fear of dying. But then I was in a restaurant, and I was choking, and I realized there is at least one thing I'm more afraid of than dying, and that's causing a scene in a restaurant while I'm dying. And my wife looked at me, and she goes, are you choking? And I'm like, we have a sign that means, yeah, I'm choking, please help me. But we don't have a sign that means, well, I am choking, but can we please keep this on the down low? And he goes, John, I think you have low self-esteem. I was like, oh, here's something you should know. My wife and I spent the last week arguing about whether or not I'm fat enough to be on The Biggest Loser. So I think I esteem myself correctly. And then he goes, do you feel like therapy is helping you? And I was like, well, it doesn't make me feel any better, but I think that I'm getting some really good material. I woke up a couple of weeks ago, I had a scratch right down my face, and my wife blamed our cat, but that's what my wife would say, because I think she did it. I think that she looked at me in the middle of the night, and she thought, if I disfigure you, then no other woman will ever try to take you away from me. She's a Minnesotan, also, and well, what that means is she's passive-aggressive. You know, like I'm gonna rip your face off. I have psoriasis on my hands. No, yeah, that's not funny. My parents took me to the doctor when I was in the 3rd grade, and the doctor said, your son has psoriasis. What my parents heard was, your son has cirrhosis. Which, if you're not familiar, that's a disease that a 3rd grader could get if that 3rd grader was a raging alcoholic. So, I got spanked for that. Like, that's gonna cure my alcoholism. When I was a kid, my dad, he used to lie to us. He'd say things like, you know what? We are really poor, but we love each other, and that makes us feel like we're rich. Nope. I felt like I lived in a trailer home. And there's not enough love to make that feel like a double wide. Thanks you guys so much. I'm John Wilson. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.